Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome back to another Hookster Talks with me and Mr. TB the Bear. TB the Bear, yes. Now, I'm just looking at my viewers, and it looks like we haven't got any. Fantastic, fantastic. Let's have a look at my live streaming. We've got 3 views, 1 like, that's me. But is anyone watching? Dan 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 dan. This is going to be a first. This is going to be a first. I'm just going to continue. You just have to hit the rewind button and watch the stream from earlier. It's not my problem, is it? Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hookster Talks. Yes. We are here once again on this lovely Thursday evening, and I have something to report straight away. And it's like that they knew I was going to come on tonight, and they've given me some news. And that news is that the safety car has crashed. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. The safety car has crashed. Let's go to our friends at the race and see what they have to say. F1 safety car crashes Italian Grand Prix in bizarre incident. Yes, the Aston Martin Vantage Formula 1 safety car crashed heavily at the famous Parabolica corner. I thought they changed that name. On Thursday at the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. The car ended up on the tyre barriers early in the long right-hander, now named Alboreto corner. Thank you, I thought they had. Now named Alboreto corner, and pictures from the scene show lengthy tyre marks on the track. The incident took place at 2:19 local times. There's a picture of the safety car. I do believe it's still driven by Burt Mylander, not Logan Sargent. No, he had nothing to do with it. But there it is, into the crash barriers. Quite bizarre. Regular F1 safety car pilot, I love that. Regular F1 safety car pilot Burt Mylander was driving the car, and he and the car's passenger, as yet unnamed by the FIA, are both fine. On the ground in Italy, the race's Ed Straw said, "Only saw the incident once on a small screen, but my best guess is something may not have been working as expected approaching the corner." And there is the smashed up, beaten up, duffed up safety car. Oh my goodness. That's going to take a couple of days in the panel shop to get that sorted out. The question is, have they got a reserve safety car? Yes. I mean, we haven't got a spare car anymore, so have we got a spare safety car? Or is someone going to have to borrow someone's car from the car park and stick some lights on the top and call that the safety car? I don't quite know if anyone there's actually got a car as fast as the safety car, to be honest. Oh, hang on a minute. I expect there's someone. Perhaps Toto or Christian Horner's got a really fast car, so maybe I'll borrow theirs and use that as a safety car. But that is looking pretty beat up. And I'm just wondering who repairs the safety car? Anyone? Does anyone know who repairs the safety car? Because I'm not quite sure. Is it Aston Martin themselves? Have they got, well, you know, the team's there, so it looks like the Aston Martin engineers may be fixing the safety car tonight. That'll be fun. That'll be a change for them, won't it? But yes, so there you go. The safety car. It looked like Mylander sensibly decided to throw the car into a spin to minimise the size of the accident. I have to wait for the FIA's investigation to know for sure, though. A statement from the FIA read, "There was an on-track incident with the FIA safety car today at Monza. Aston Martin is investigating the cause but can confirm both driver and passenger are fine. There is an additional safety car..." Oh, thank you, I just answered my own question. There is an additional safety car at the circuit and it will not impact this weekend's event. So they got a spare safety car. Wow, there's something you don't know, and I didn't know, and now I do know. There's a spare safety car, I presume, at every single race. Wowzers. Just for this kind of incident, which I don't think has ever happened before. Has the safety car ever crashed before in Formula 1? I know it's probably done it in other series, but has it crashed in Formula 1? Not quite sure. But they've got a spare car, so it's okay. That one they can just put in the bin, and they can get the spare one out. Fantastic. Thursday is often used to test safety cars and get some running in alongside the Pirelli hot laps that give people a passenger ride around the track, sometimes with the drivers themselves. Such incidents are rare, but this isn't the first time an F1 safety car has crashed. Answering my own question once again, Alex Ribeiro infamously shunted the medical car, and Mercedes, that's not the safety car, that's a medical car. That's different. I'm sorry, no. A Mercedes estate at the 2000 Monaco Grand Prix. Then Sauber driver Nick Heidfeld hit the medical car, that's still not a safety car, at the 2002 Brazilian Grand Prix, while Taki Inui was struck by a medical car at the 1995 Hungarian Grand Prix. Yes. We've got some comments underneath. Ray in Toronto, laughing emoji. Donald says, why is this funny? Brake failure. The wheels on modern cars are ugly. Yes. I thought for a moment they'd let Logan Sargent drive it since he's free this weekend. There come the Logan Sargent jokes. It didn't take long, did it? God, I'm looking forward to this copy-paste joke showing up everywhere. Yes. There you go. So there's the hot news off the press. Burt Mylander has stuffed it in the wall at Parabolica. I don't care what it's called now. It's Parabolica as far as I'm concerned. And will always be called Parabolica because it's my favourite corner name because it sounds so dirty. Yes, Parabolica. Parabolica. Fantastic. So there's your news. The safety car has crashed. Yes, absolutely crashed. They've binned it. Oh my goodness. Wait, hang on a minute. We have some people in the chat. Wowzers. Look at this. I was just about to stop the stream and say, that's it, I'm going home. Well, actually I am home, so I can't go very far, can I? But anyway, hello everyone. Hello to Plano Plessy. So congratulations to Lando Norris on winning the Dutch Grand Prix. Yes, indeed. But will it come to fruition though? Will it? I'm not quite sure. Gone quiet today. Where's Will F1 and the rest? Yes, where there. Just as you announced that, there he is, into the chat. Not a chance Norris wins the championship. Norris is overrated. I think we have a definite Lando Norris fan here with Will F1. I definitely get the impression that he's a major fan, and I can't wait to see how the season progresses. Plano Placer says that was the first time I've heard the safety car crash. Yes, me as well, but apparently it has. But they were talking about the medical car. That's not a safety car. That doesn't count. The medical car is a completely different car. Yes, that's the one that brings up the rear, isn't it? Just before the... I don't know if it still does now. I haven't seen it for ages, but it used to bring up the rear just before the race started, didn't it? The medical car. So it could quickly follow any crashes that happened into turn one on the first laps and what have you. But I haven't seen the medical car. Obviously, I'm only getting the highlights, so perhaps they're covering it up now, but I don't know. Norris is not good enough to win a championship. He's not ruthless enough. There you go. You heard it here first. Plano Placer says, I think McLaren could win the Constructors. I think they could indeed. It's good that you said that. Because I was looking at that and... it looks very, very close indeed. If I remember, I had a quick perusal before I came on air, and I think it's very close. Yes, it is. In terms of constructor points, because I get, of course, both cars points, that is a very, very close margin. Yes, 434 for Red Bull, 404 for McLaren Mercedes. Yes, now in terms of the Drivers' Championship, that's quite a bit of a gap, admittedly. But in terms of the Constructors, that is not a very huge gap at all. In fact, that's marginal, very marginal. So McLaren have got a serious chance of, I don't know about winning, because we're nowhere near the end of the season, but of overtaking Red Bull for the Constructors and hopefully winning at the end of the season. But we will see. We will see. But yes, they've got a definite chance there. Now, of course, they've got two drivers who are regularly scoring points, so they've got that advantage. They've got Oscar's Pastry as a very good backup man. I shouldn't really say that because he's not really a number two driver. I think as far as I can imagine they're equal parity at McLaren Mercedes, apart from that little move at Hungary. But yeah, so I would say they're on equal footing. So yeah, they've got a really good chance of overtaking a Red Bull, because unfortunately Red Bull's got a Sergio. Yes, now he did do a lot better in the last race. He got 6th position, didn't he, in the end? Yes, so he got some serious points. But is that trend going to continue? And of course, if you've got Oscar's Pastry and Lando Norris consistently getting the high-end points, Red Bull could lose the constructors in, well, look at those scores, in maybe one round, maybe at Monza, or definitely in 2 rounds. If their form continues, they could lose the constructors' standings. Yes. Wowzers. You see, this is what happens when you put all your eggs in one basket and just go for Max Verstappen. It's clear that they didn't want to get rid of Sergio Perez because they didn't want to upset the apple cart. They didn't want someone to go in there to partner Max and to start upsetting all his procedures and whatever. And mainly, they didn't put anyone else in there because there could have been a chance that this other driver could have been challenging Max Verstappen during the races. And that is one thing Red Bull do not want whatsoever. They do not want any kind of equal in parity driver that could start, having a go at Maxi Boy at this stage of the championship. That's why they've kept on Sergio Perez. He's a safe pair of hands. Unfortunately, he's really got to get it together to see if they can hold on to this constructor standings, which I think is going to be very, very difficult. Very, very difficult indeed, because McLaren, these last few races, have been looking very strong indeed. Yes, very strong indeed. So let's go then to the. I was on that site, wasn't I? Can I get to the point situation? Constructor standings. Teams, drivers. Is this the points? Da, 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 da. Thank you. So here we are. This is just before Monza. I would think it would be, because we're on the official Formula 1 website. So I think they would have it updated. We've got 15 hours and 6 minutes and 6 seconds until the next Grand Prix at Italy. Just one cornetto. Give it to me. Delicious ice cream from Italy. Oh, I used to love those ads. Anyway, yes. Here is the current points situation, which anyone saw my video on Monday when I declared that Lando Norris will be world champion. That did cause some controversy. But anyone saw that video, yes. Here are the points. Maxi Boy's in the lead, 295. We know it's a 70-point deficit because I can't do maths. Unless I knew that beforehand, I wouldn't have known. But Lando Norris is in second place with 225. And Charles Leclerc is bringing up the rear in third position with 192 points. Having a great season at Ferrari. And unfortunately, getting a little bit bestie to Carlos Sainz. Yes, unfortunately. Then we got Oscar's Pastries in fourth place with 179 points. Now, this is what I'm saying about the comparison. Here's Oscar's Pastry with 179 points and Sergio Perez with 139. Quite a big gap in relation to driver points anyway. Quite a big gap. Quite a big gap. We've got Carlos Sainz in fifth place with 172 points. We got Lulu! We got Lulu in sixth place, 154 points. A little bit off form in the last Grand Prix, but hopefully that was just a glitch and he can come back again. Sergio Perez, I say, got sixth place. He's 139 points. George at the Russell, watch out for that tree. He's got 122 points. And Fernando, look at the huge gap between 8th and 9th. 8th's got 122. 9th has only got 50 points. Fernando Alonso. Wowzers. What a huge difference that is, isn't it? 50, 60, 72 points difference. And only 1 place difference. Wowzers. Lance Boy Stroll is in 10th position with 24 points. Nico Hulkenberg in 11th with 22 points. Yuki Tsunoda is in 12th place with 22 points. Daniel Ricciardo, the big white honey badger, whatever you want to call him, is in 13th place. Unlucky for some. And I'm not going to do any more of those jokes with 12 points. And Pierre Gasly is in 14th place with 8 points. Oliver Behrman is still there. In 15th place with 6 points. Now, I want to talk a moment about the new Williams signing, of course, and it has a direct relation to Oliver Behrman, so hopefully I won't forget that in a minute, but I probably will. K-Mag is in 16th place with 5 points. 17th position is Esteban Ocon with 5 points. Alexander Albon in 18th with 4 points. Guan Yu Zhou and Valtteri Bottas, both for the stake, whatever they call it, or not allowed to call it, have got 0 points. 0 points. Yes. And they're now owned by Audi. That's very disappointing. 0 points. And bringing up the rear almost. He's in 20th place at the moment. But I'm pretty sure now Valtteri Bottas and Guan Yu Zhou will overtake the 0 points, because if anyone wonders how the positions are done on 0 points, it's actually done on where they finish in the races. Yes. So Logan Sargent has actually finished higher in the races than Valtteri Bottas is. That's why he's 1 position above him, even though none of them have got any points. That's how it's all worked out anyway. It's all very complicated, but yeah, Logan Sargent has finished ahead of Valtteri Bottas enough times to put him 1 place ahead. I know, crazy but true. But anyway, Logan Sargent will obviously now drop down to last position in the next few races, because Valtteri Bottas will overtake him because he's still in Formula 1 and Logan Sargent isn't. No, that's right. Logan Sargent is out of Formula 1. And let's go to his replacement. I can't remember what's his name now. Was it Franco Pinto? There we go. Franco Colapinto. There he is. Franco Colapinto. Now, apparently, so I've heard, Williams already spelt his name wrong above the garage. They had it worded as C-O-L-O, Pinto. Now, there was a few people in the comments saying, no, that's just the Italian spelling of it, which I can't work out because he's not Italian, he's Argentine, so I don't know why that would make any difference. But yeah, apparently, I think basically it was just a spelling mistake from Williams, because they've done everything very, very rushed and hurriedly. Don't forget, of course, they sacked Logan Sargent just after the weekend, last weekend, and it's only sort of Thursday now, and he's racing at Williams, so a very short time to get the sign writers to make the sign, and I just think he got the letters wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. If you ever look online, you'll see that his name says C-O-L-O, Pinto, when it is actually Cola Pinto, if you say it like that, Cola Pinto. Anyway, here's the problem with Franco Colapinto, and basically how I think he's been thrown under the bus. After the next 9 races, his stint at Williams, regardless of whether he does very well, very average, or very bad, he will be out of Formula 1. And because all the driver seats, apart from Mercedes and I think one other, but I can't remember offhand, they're all taken up. So 100% he will not be in Formula 1 next year. But here's the real kick in the teeth for poor Franco Colapinto, and I just hope that, you know, good things happen because this is a career ruiner. He won't be allowed to go back to F2 next year either, because the rules state that if you're driving in Formula 1, you can't then go backwards to an earlier series. Now, this is where I just wanted to point out about Oliver Bearman. Apparently he had special permission to do that one-off race. So that's why he was allowed to compete. But because Franco Colapinto is going to be doing 9 races and is basically now a Formula 1 driver, he will not be allowed to return to F2 once his stint at Williams is finished. So not only will he be out of Formula 1, he won't be able to go back to what he was doing before. Which, it's just, that's just not on, is it, really? You know, he's 21 years old, just about to try and break into the big time through his career, and it looks like he could be stuffed at the end of the season, because he won't be in F1, he won't be in F2. Now, hopefully he might get IndyCar drive, because IndyCar don't seem to be that preferential of who they get, because I do believe that's where Logan Sargent is going. Yes. So they really don't care what drivers they get in IndyCar, do they? But yeah, that's the rumour, that that's where Logan Sargent could be off to. So yeah, hopefully he will get a drive somewhere. But what a baptism of fire. Just literally last week, there he was driving in the F2 Championship. You know, pootling along. I don't follow F2, so I don't know how well he's been doing in the F2 Championship. I've got no idea whether he's, you know, doing well or doing fair to middling. I don't know. But anyway, last week he was there doing the F2. Everything was, you know, rosy. He was having a good time and whatever. And then suddenly he gets the call up and says, right, we want you for Formula 1. You know, apart from how much stress that would put any 21-year-old under, you know, to suddenly say, that's it, you're coming to Formula 1. I doubt when he said yes that he would have thought that, you know, after his 9-race stint is up, he's basically on the dole queue. He's jobless after it's finished. He's jobless unless he can get a job, obviously, with someone else. Now, this is going to be based entirely on how his performance is going to be over these 9 races. If he ends up stuffing it into the wall every single race, this is going to be a terrible thing for his career. I just got visions now of Daniel Kvyat. Anyone remembers Daniel Kvyat back in the Red Bull days, and you know, the Toro Rosso, and the amount of times he got swapped between teams when he wasn't doing well. They chucked him back into Toro Rosso. When he was doing well, they put him in Red Bull, and that kind of thing just completely destroys your career. And I hope that doesn't happen to Franco Colapinto, because he's a completely innocent party. This is nothing to do with him. This is Williams. They wanted a driver, and they've asked Franco to fill in. He's already at Williams anyway, I think, as the development driver. So hopefully he has already driven a Formula 1 car. Hopefully when they say development driver, he's not sitting there just on a simulator and not actually driving the car. I hope to God he's already done quite a few miles in an F1 car. I hope so. Otherwise, this is going to be a disaster. Now, this weekend, it's the Temple of Speed. I don't know whether it still is the fastest circuit, but I think it probably is. The fastest circuit on the calendar. That could actually be good news for Colapinto, because Monza, there's very few turns. It's just usually flat out. If he can just cope with the high speed, he should be okay. But it's after this race that we're going to have the problems, because we've got Baku and we've got Singapore. 2 of quite undoubtedly hardest circuits on the calendar. And you know, with his inexperience, especially at the castle section at Baku, that very, very tight sort of left into the right, I just can't see him doing that without stuffing it into the wall, to be honest. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen. I hope everything goes well for him. But what a baptism of fire, eh? 21 years old, straight into Formula 1 from Formula 2, 9 races, and then he's out. He's out. He's not coming back. He's not coming back. So it's just crazy. It really is. Let's have a look at his Wikipedia. Maybe it'll tell us how... Oh, wait, I just saw something there. Wait, go back a minute, Dave. What was that? Something about a simulator. For God's sake, please don't tell me the only F1 he's driven is... Pull him out of F2 sim. What does that mean? Let's look at this one here. Franco Colapinto explains F1 after Williams pull him out of F2 sim. Williams driver... He was as late as Monday in the simulator preparing for the F2 round when he got the call from Williams. For you to imagine, Monday I was in the Formula 2 sim preparing for the next race here in Monza with my team, so you can imagine how late it was. So Monday he was told he was a driver. Oh God. Oh God. Let's put that in. Has Franco... Colapinto driven an F1 car? Please say yes. Oh, thank God for that. Colapinto made his debut in a Formula 1 car with the Williams FW45 during the 2023 post-season test at Yas Marina. Colapinto set the 22nd fastest time overall, completing 65 laps. Oh, thank God for that. I just had this vision that all he's been is in the simulator, because that, but you know, I don't think Williams could have been that daft, to be honest. So he's done 65 laps in an F1 car. As far as I'm concerned, that'll do. That'll do. 65 laps. Yeah, that'll do. He's obviously probably done even more than that. But anyway, let's go back to the wiki. Franco Alexander Colapinto, Spanish yeah, I'm not going to do the Spanish pronunciation. No. Franco Alexandro Colapinto. Oh, there you go. That's actually quite informative. It's Franco Alexandro Colapinto. That's his name if you phonetically spell it out. Franco Alexander Colapinto. It's Colapinto. Colapinto. Born on the 27th of May 2003 as an Argentine racing driver set to compete in Formula 1 for Williams Racing. Colapinto previously completed the 2024 Formula 2 Championship with MP Motorsport before earning a promotion to Formula 1 mid-season with Williams, replacing Logan Sargent. I bet the old Wikipedia guys were getting that out on Monday as quick as they could. Colapinto will run the last 9 races of the 24 season, after which he'll be replaced by Carlos Sainz Jr. Colapinto won the 2019 F4 Spanish Championship and is a race winner in the European Le Mans Series. Has been a member of the Williams Driver Academy since 2023 and is the first Argentine to compete in Formula 1 since Gaston Mazzacani in 2001. I said in one of the comments on our videos when someone said about Gaston Mazzacani, I said it was great in the F1 games how Murray used to say his name. It was literally like he was surprised that he was actually on the grid. It was like, Gaston Mazzacani. Yes, good old Murray. He always had a knack of calling you an idiot, even though he didn't actually say it. Yes, he was really good like that. So he started in karting, did F4, Euro Formula Open, Formula Renault Euro Cup, Toyota. So he's done quite a bit of racing. Let's put it that way. He's not a rookie. He's done Formula 3. Right, this is what he's done in Formula 1 so far. He's done those 65 laps. Oh. Well, just looking at this, it looks like those 65 laps is all he's done in Formula 1. Let's hope that's not the case. No. I mean, he is a member of the Driver Academy, so I'm sure he's been out in that car more than that. I'm sure Williams haven't employed him on the basis of 65 laps. Surely not. Surely not. I don't know what the minimum regulation it would be for a driver to actually do an F1 race. I don't know what it would be. No idea. But anyway, there he is. Colapinto. I shall be looking at him with great interest over the weekend to see how he does. It's very difficult to judge anybody on one race though. And obviously he's going to be getting used to the car. But there you go. There he is. I hope it all goes well. I really do. Because I say, that's the kind of thing that can ruin careers. It really can. Look at that. 21 years old. 21 years old. Wowzers. Wowzers. Right, let's go back to the comments. Where did I get to? There we go, the Lionel Plessy comment. Will says Norris makes too many mistakes and is too inconsistent. I agree. They should do that. McLaren car has been the fastest car in every race since Miami. Hello, I've had a hell of a day. In other words, it's been cack. Well, hello, Mr. Bois. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Perez next year is going to end up in the F4 Chinese Championship. Ah, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I cannot see him lasting until 2036. No, me neither. Norris has bottled his championships as Will F1. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Some more Norris fandom in this chat. You never know. State could still nick the constructors. They could. They could. Yes. They've got 9 rounds to score anything. Anything at all. Anyone? Valtteri, if you're watching, and I'm sure you are because everyone does. Valtteri, please, for God's sake, man, just get a point. Just get a point. Please prove your existence to everyone. Just say, look, I'm here. I've done something. Because at the moment, Valtteri, you're just looking like a paid driver. Yeah, you really are. You're just taking the money and running with it, aren't you? Please score a point. What happened to you, Valtteri? What happened? Was it only 2 years ago? I can't remember when he came 6th place just behind Lewis Hamilton in his first race at Sauber. Was that the same Valtteri Bottas? I can't remember. Yeah. But come on, man. Just score a point, for God's sake. Don't actually think it's mathematically possible. No, it's not. It's definitely not mathematically possible for Stake to win the Constructors. Be the least deserved Constructors' Championship ever. It would. Not really. McLaren have had by far the best car. They're only not leading because of their drivers. Ferrari 1999 more like. Dave has to show us this every week. No one will deserve the 2025 championship at this rate. Verstappen will. I mean, if McLaren have a dominant car, then yes, we will have a weak champion. Probably win it like Lewis did in 2017-18, basically by letting the fastest competitors fall off a cliff. God, Russell is so frustrating. Mercedes had the fastest car in 2017. 2018 was equal. Norris this season is Damon Hill 1995. Ah, Damon Hill 1994. What happened in 1995? Oh, yes. He tried to go for the championship, but Michael Schumacher bested him in the not illegal at all Benetton. No, it was pucker. That car was pucker, mate. There was nothing illegal. I'm lying, of course. Go back and look at Google and Wikipedia and you'll find out about the 1995 championship. Basically, all I can say is nobody knows who won the 1995 championship because there was a lot of teams cheating. Yes, a lot of teams cheating, including Williams and Ferrari. They just didn't get called out. But Benetton did because they had something illegal with the front wing. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, and they were told to take it off, and then suddenly their performance dropped off. A little bit like Red Bull right now. Ah, yes, the parallels are uncanny. Bottas only finished 60-odd points behind Hamilton in 2017. Yes, I remember he did. And 1 odd points ahead of Raikkonen. This itself makes it clear Mercedes was the clear best car in 2017. Yes. Bottas actually need to score a point to beat Sargent. Yes, they need to score a point to beat Sargent. Yes. Unless if he gets multiple 11th places, that's true. Norris never really had that much of a chance of winning the championship this year anyway, to be honest. Red Bull would have developed their car a lot quicker if Norris challenged from the off. Norris has been thrown away, win after win, he has thrown away this championship. There you go. But it's still possible, Will. It's still possible. Only 70 points in it, mate. He can still win it. And when I made that video on Monday, there was one thing that I completely forgot about, but I was reading someone else's video, or watching someone else's video, and I suddenly went, oh yeah, you're right, mate. And that is, there's 3 sprint rounds to go as well before the end of the season, as well as the 9 rounds that are left. That's another 24 points up for grabs. I completely forgot about that. So don't forget about that, Will F1. 24 points up for grabs, as well as the scores that you get for these 9 rounds. And don't forget, of course, the 1 point for the next 9 rounds for the fastest lap. Whoever gets that as well. So if you take all that into consideration, yeah, that 70-point lead is not as huge as you would think. No. Not as huge as you would think. Look at it like this. Take Max Verstappen completely out of the equation. So in actual fact, so put him on the sidelines and don't let him race for 3. In 3 races, Lando Norris, provided he wins, will catch up with those points in just 3 races. And there's 9 still to go. So it's not that huge of a gap, really. Now, of course, obviously, Max Verstappen's not going to sit out on the sidelines for three races and let Lando do that. But you can just see my point. It only takes 3 races and he'll be up and caught up with Maxi Boy Verstappen. And those sprint rounds could be very important as well. I'll say 24 points up for grabs because you got 8th, don't you, for first place. Yes, that has to be taken into consideration. So it's not over until the fat lady sings, and she's not singing right now. She's sitting in the corner staring into space. Yes, she's not singing right now, so it's not over. Not over. Come back to me, Will, in 5 races' time, and then we'll have a bigger picture, and I think we'll know what's happening then. McLaren keep getting better and better, and they easily had the best car. Norris has bottled a good chance of the championship at the very least. You can go back to F1. You can go back to F1. Yes, yeah. Sorry, I should have clarified that. You can go back to F1, Will. Yes, you. Yeah, sorry, I should have said that better. You can't go back to F2 because once you've been in F1, you can't go backwards to an earlier series. But yes, he can go back to F1. The reason why I'm saying that he will be out of a job is because there won't be any seats available for him. There's only, as I say, the Mercedes. I'm sure there's one other somewhere. I can't remember where. But anyway, so that's the reason why he's not going to be back in F1 after these 9 races. Purely because there's no seats available. But yes, you are correct. He can go back to F1. It's only F2 he can't go back to because he's already competed now in F1. So, yeah. No, sorry, I should have clarified that better. If you don't complete a full season, e.g. Roberto Meri, yeah. Colapinto can go back. It's only the champion who's not allowed in F2. Oh, well, I got this other website and they said that he will not be allowed to go back to F2 after the end of this season. So I'll have to clarify that. Will says if you do a full F1 season, you can't go back. Okay, I'll have to look that back up again and we'll have to do some clarification on that. Because I looked at this on a website and it said that after this season's over, it said he wouldn't be allowed to go back to F2. So clarification is required. So theoretically, if Sargent got sacked this time last year, he could have gone back to F2. Yes. To be honest, Colapinto won't be back in F1 after this, regardless of how well he does. Politics and connections will shove him out. Now, politics and connections, I understand, this is just a rumour, that Colapinto's sponsors are paying Williams $500,000 for these next 9 races. That's what I saw just before I come on air. I can't confirm or deny that, but apparently his sponsors are paying Williams $500,000 for the next 9 races. Now, of course, you'd say that's not a lot of money. No, it's not a lot of money, but obviously, you know, he's a young lad just coming to the sport. His sponsors aren't going to be massive, are they? They're not going to be, you know, we're not talking about a Petronas sponsoring Mercedes kind deal here. So I think that is that is pretty decent. That one of his sponsors is willing to trump up half a mil every single race until the end of the season. I think that's pretty decent, to be honest. But on the flip side of that, that may give you some indication of why Williams went with Colapinto. Yes. Money, money, money. It's not funny. It's a rich man's... Yes, it is. It is. So there you go. Just remember, Williams are getting 500 grand every race for Colapinto to be there. Also, remember the last Williams driver who debuted in Monza. Look how well his career was went. Oh dear. Oh dear. You must like De Vries, KD. I did until his F1 stint. Then I realised he was washed. Most undeserving FE champion along with PK. As soon as they changed the qualifying format, Van Doon battered De Vries. He needed a seat straight after winning the F2 championship to really have had a chance, as did so many others. I don't even know who this Colapinto is, says Blind Blessed. Neither did I until yesterday, till I looked him up, or shall I say the other day when Williams announced it. I didn't know who he was either. No idea. Not a clue. Not a clue. But maybe because I don't follow F2. Me as well, I don't follow F2, so no, I didn't know who he was. Albon fans rate Sargent because he made him look like Senna. Leclerc is better than Norris. I have to agree with you at the moment, yes. Even though Norris has won a race, he's still looking stronger. Get Logan Sargent on the all seasons. Yes, I will have to get Logan Sargent on the all seasons. I don't think I've ever heard Logan Sargent speak. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can rectify that situation. I have no idea what he even sounds like. That's not how you spell Sergeant, is it? Logan Sargent speaking. Yeah, Logan Sargent speaking. Come on. Surely. Well, there's one there. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We've got a little short here. Hopefully I won't get done in if there's any music on it. Let's hear Logan Sargent for the very first time talking. I better put me desktop audio on, otherwise it won't work.
Who's faster, Lightning McQueen or Ricky Bobby?
Ooh, Ricky Bobby. You ain't first, you're last.
You're getting into the car. What's the first song you're putting on?
Lose Yourself by Eminem.
Who's your favorite Mario Kart driver character?
I always went with Toad.
What's your favorite racing movie?
Probably Talladega Nights.
If you weren't an F1 driver, what would you be doing?
I feel like I still need that adrenaline doing something. I absolutely have no...
Oh dear, that's aged like milk, hasn't it? If you weren't an F1 driver, what would you be doing? Da da da! Oh dear. So, it's very difficult to get from this because he's speaking very fast and just answering questions. Let's go to that Williams one.
Looking to invest? Interactive Investor. We've got an for investing.
Do you know that 99% of supplements in the world have nasty extras in them?
What's up, everyone? Logan and Alex here, and today we're going to be putting Alex's...
There we go. Here we go. Here he is talking. Let's put the volume on. All right, this is Logan Sargent. This is the first time I've ever heard him.
Logan and Alex here, and today we're going to be putting Alex's American, if you call it that, slang to the test.
Okay, there you go. Fascinating. Logan Sargent. Logan Sargent. Yes, I should get him on the all season, shouldn't I? Have you seen Josh's driver ratings? Yes, I have. I did watch the video. He'll challenge for points in his first race because Williams always goes well around Monza, and after that he'll be at the back for the remaining 8 races. Bottas to finish 22nd in the championship. Yeah, yes, I quite agree. Before being banished to the Falklands for the rest. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. This is not Top Gear, you know. This is not Top Gear. You can't come into my stream and say that. Please. Please. There we go. Gaston Marzispin. Mazzacane wasn't like Marzispin, he was just very slow and boring. Basically the T3 without the crashing. Marzispin was horrendously slow. So slow he didn't even crash at times. He was a chaotic slow though. Gaston just existed basically. The 90s Charles Pick basically. The 2000s. Just wait and watch him out qualify Albon. Zool is absolutely useless. Zool? Sorry, Joe is absolutely useless. See, I always see Z and I just go, I just think of Zulu. Zool, yes, Zool, like that bloody, the bad guy in Ghostbusters. Joe is absolutely useless. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Gaston Mazzacane, he did well. So well that Alain Prost put a performance clause in his contract when he joined the dying Prost team. Yes. Bottas will score a point in Singapore. Watch this space. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. Took him 4 races and Gaston was sacked. Bottas is terrible at Singapore. Prost should have kept it. They might have actually finished races then. Unless if Zool... I'll tell it again. Unless if Joe causes the most timely safety car. Mainly because I think Singapore will be an attritional mess. 1994 Benetton was more legal. Yes, it was. Benetton's performance never dropped off in 1995. Dave thinks the title fight is on. Yes, it is on. It is on. It's only 70 points. It's doable. I saw a tweet saying Red Bull this year are like Brawn Grand Prix. A strong start, but looks like that'll change. I agree. I agree. That Brawn, as everyone knows, was absolutely immense out of the gate. And then, of course, everyone cottoned on, shall I put it that way? Cottoned on to the way the rear diffuser was set up, which Brawn were very, very cagey about. If you remember during 2009, the early races, I remember the grid walks, there was like 6 or 7 mechanics all around the back of the Brawn car covering it up because they didn't want people to see what was going on. But eventually, of course, they did. They worked out that it was because of the double diffuser, which was basically why it was so unbeatable. And then all the cars started to adopt the double diffuser themselves, and Brawn slowly started to slip back. And of course, at the end of the championship, Jenson Button only really just won that championship. In his own admission, it was very close indeed. But yeah, I agree. If we still had Bernie, he'd be looking to reintroduce double points for Abu Dhabi, right? Yes, he would. Absolutely. And points for pole position. Yes. Having said that, State might be an option for Franco next year if they stump up the cash, because my God, they need some sort of boost. They do. They do. Well, let's hope Franco does well then, so he impresses other teams. You heard him on the radio in Silverstone, you git. FOM will. Get Hayden Gullis on the all seasons. Yes, I should do. Get Kieran. Yes, basically sounds like a generic American. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, actually. A generic American, yeah. Get Paddock 43 on the all seasons. Get Oliver right. Yes, yes. The Argies are throwing stones at me now for dissing their Lord and Saviour. Okay. Ah, dear. Jermaine Janus, oops, is a better driver than Hookster. Yes, he is. He is. Did I see on the news just before I came on air that he's been given an olive branch or something and he's might be allowed to come back on the TV? I'm not sure. TNT or something said they might keep him on. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. 2024 Red Bull, Brawn GP with money. Yeah, I agree with you. Red Bull were only dominant for 4 races. True, true. Barney McGrew, Cuthbert Dibble and Grout. Sorry, I had to get that in. Yes, yes. No, I know you won't know what I was talking about, but I've said it now, so that's it. I've said it now, so that's it. So there you go. We've got... Well, wait. Braun are probably the only champions to have the smallest budget on the grid. That's true. I mean, they had no sponsors, did they? 0 sponsors at the start of the season. The car was just completely white all over, apart from the little green bits. But it was completely white. No sponsors. After they started winning races, suddenly Richard Branson and his Virgin Empire went, there's a little sponsorship opportunity. And then suddenly we saw Virgin as a sponsor on the Braun. But before that, no, there was nothing. They run it with no sponsors. Absolutely fantastic job. And well done to Ross Braun for doing that as well, I have to say. I don't think we'll ever see that happen in Formula 1 again. Not in any of our lifetimes. I don't think it'll ever happen again. Can't see it. That a sponsorless car comes out of the grid so dominantly fast. It was, what was it? Was it 1.9 or 2. I think it was 1.9 seconds faster than the next car behind it in the first, in the testing sessions, wasn't it? Obviously, testing's not a true indication, but just to be almost 2 seconds ahead of the next car was just a clear indication that this was a bloody good car, and it turned out to be. So there you go. We've got some excitement on Sunday at Monza with the new guy, Franco Colapinto, driving the Williams car. Now, apart from the 500,000 that Williams are getting, the other reason is obvious why they've picked basically a rookie, and that's because they've put all their eggs in one basket for next year, 2025, of course, with Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz would not have been very cheap. He would have cost a lot of money for Williams. Don't forget, Williams are still basically, I say basically, but an independent team. They're not a works team at all, are they? They're still an independent team. So for them to actually nab Carlos Sainz, I think, is a little bit of a coup for them. But here's the problem. I think they spent all their budget on 2025. They didn't leave anything in reserve for this year. Already at the start of the year, they were complaining because they didn't have money for new wings for the car. So it's obvious that the money situation was very, very tight indeed. Very, very tight indeed. And I believe for the rest of this 9 remaining races, they're going to be so marginal on cash, it's going to be unbelievable. Apart from the 500 grand that they're getting for Pinto. But in Formula 1 terms, 500 grand a race is not a lot of money. No, not a lot of money. Not a lot of money. But apart from that, I think they're going to be very marginal. So they're just going to be praying that A, he doesn't stuff it into the wall every single race, because that would be a disaster. Not just for Williams, but for him himself, if he ends up stuffing it in the wall every race, because that would probably be the end of his career. A career that may only last 9 races as it is. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. He just gets his head down and does the best that he can, and doesn't try to put himself on the mat, doesn't try to be a hero and try to push the car way beyond its limits and then keep crashing. That's not what we want. He needs to just get his head down. He's going to be slow. Everyone knows he's going to be slow. He's an F1 rookie. He's not going to be up there with the others. And if he tries to really make a name for himself in the first couple of races, it could really backfire. He needs to just put his head down, just get the job done. Doesn't matter if he finishes last. Williams are not going to complain to him if he finishes last in his first race. In fact, they're not even going to say anything. Williams will be very happy if he finishes the race and the car's still in one piece. That's what they'd like a lot better than him trying to be a glory hero in the first couple of races. And, they wouldn't want that. They wouldn't want that. So we will see what happens. They have had such little money that they only had the 2 chassis for the entire season, which started warping as the season went on. Hence why they started struggling. I know. It's crazy to think, isn't it? Crazy to think. As I said in my video on Monday, I hope James Voles isn't, a bit of a flim-flam salesman and he sold Carlos on this dream, and the dream in the next couple of years turns out to be a bit of a nightmare. I hope that's not the case. I don't think it is. I think James Voles looks very competent, I have to say. I've watched him in interviews, and he looks very competent and very assured in what he's doing. So I hope it does come to fruition. I really do. I hope it comes to fruition. Natalie Pinkham is a better driver than looks. Absolutely. Absolutely. Any female is a better driver than me. The two chassis thing was born, by the way, GP, yeah. Lee McKenzie's a better driver than Hookster. Absolutely. Ariana Bravo is a better driver. Yes. Yes, she is. And I'd like to make a personal complaint to Channel 4, because I know you'll be watching, and that is we have not seen Ariana Bravo on the coverage for about 3 races now, and I'm very, very annoyed and very upset. Please bring back Ariana Bravo. Yes, because as soon as the coverage comes on, like the highlights come on, I'm waiting to see however, and then what I do is I then rewind all the bits that she's in, and watch them for all the insight knowledge into Formula One that I gain from the conversations. And so I miss the fact that she's not there. So please, Channel 4, will you bring back... Where's she gone? Where is she gone? We don't want David Coulthard twattling on his usual prattle. We want Ariana Bravo. Please. Sort it out. Thank you very much. Bring her back for Monza. Please. Please. Ben Collins is the better driver than Hookster. Yes. Unless that female is Bustamante. Get Ellie Goulding. My oh my. Ariana might be on this week. Lee's doing the parallel. Well done, Mr. Plonel Plessy. So, she might be on this week. I hope so. I shall be looking with interest as always. Get Leanne Gallagher on the All Seasons. Get Noel Gallagher on the... Hang on. Hang on. Today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you. And by now you should have somehow realised what you're going to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Because maybe you're going to be the one that saves me. And after, you're my wonder, whoa. Today was going to be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. And by now, you should have somehow realised what you're going to not do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Oh, dear. There you go. It's uncanny, isn't it? It's uncanny. 15 years and he's back and he's right here. He's right here. Unbelievable. 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 I really must get this hair cut, you know. It needs a wash. It's getting greasy. Look at the grease on that hair. Bloody hell. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes. In fact, you could almost say biblical scenes right now. Biblical scenes. Yeah. Let's have a look in the chat and see what they're saying. I wonder if I keep this wig on, I'll get more views because they'll think I'm female. What do you reckon? Yeah, they'll be flicking through all the live stuff and they'll see someone with hair like this and they'll think, oh, is that a young lady? Is that a young lady? I must click on this. Yes, I must click on this. I'm not a fan of Oasis. No, let's not. Me neither. A Stone Roses tribute act. I won't look back in anger at it, Will. Get Jack Nicholls oops on the All Seasons and get him to the grid. Leave it now. Leave it. Oh no. Cover your ears, everyone. Yes. Get Jermaine Jane. No. Get TRL Lip. No. Lionel Blessy. Bois says, oh, stop. For fuck's sake, says Will. Well, there you go. There you go. I don't know what you can play. Listen. I need your honest thoughts in the comments. Honest thoughts now. No messing around. I don't want any of you laughing. Okay, I'm being very serious. Do you think I look sexy with this wig on? No, don't laugh. I'm being. Do you think? Yeah, or not? Just let me know. I can never listen to that song in the same way. I know. Brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, I should be a cover artist. I should, yeah. Polish Eddie, hello sir, welcome to the stream. He says, wow, I'm extremely late to this stream, but what I heard was that the brakes failed and he purposely initiated a spin so the car would loosen speed before hitting the barriers. Absolutely, that's what I heard as well, yes. Bert Mylander, once again, in the safety car. Dave, do us a favour and get a haircut. I know it does need cutting, Will, and it's a bit greasy. See that? Needs a bit of a wash, I think. Needs a bit of a wash. Just tuned in. What do you look like? Hello, DJM99. Well, I'm supposed to be looking like Liam Gallagher because Oasis are coming back. Yeah, coming back. Today. Yeah, that one. You remember them. Get Eddie Jordan on the All Seasons. Pwah, I would. Yeah, look, I've pulled. I've bloody pulled, mate. I can't believe it. Yeah. Wowzers. No, says Will F1. Eddie Irvine. Oh, dear. Should we put TB in a wig? See what he looks. Yeah, let's see what TB. Hey, TB. There he is. Should we put you in a wig? What do you mean no? Say yes. That's better. Let's put you in the wig. See what happens. Oh my god! I've lost my hair! Where's it gone? Right, let's put TB in the wig. Here we go. TB in a wig. I've got to say it, I'm sorry. And God bless you because she's no longer with us. So please don't take this as I'm taking the piss because I'm not. But he looks like Tina Turner. Simply the best. Better than all the rest. TB in a wig. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. You're going to get lots of fans now, TB. Lots of fans now, yes. Yes. Bois says... Hang on, got to read it over there. Plotopay says, I'm sure they're only coming back because they need the money. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I'd rather look at human species than you in a wig. Yes. Get Matt Gallagher on the leave it. Get Aaron to leave it. Get Josh for no. TB is much sexier, says, but you've pulled, mate. You've pulled. Yes, you've pulled. Yeah, who would have thought it at your age? 83 years old and he's pulled. Look at that. Look at that. TB. TB. Look, TB making biscuits. Bloody hell, says Will. God bless good old, yeah, God bless good old Tina. Oh my God. I used to listen to her all the time. What was that one? Oh yeah, Nutbush City. Nutbush City. Yes, fantastic. You do. You just look like Tina Turner. Well done. Fantastic. Well done indeed. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Steamy windows. Steamy windows. Get down there, you stupid bear. Get down there. Give me my wig back. Wait, what about Gruger in a hat? Hat? I mean wig. Let's put Gruger in a wig. So you don't get this kind of thing on the Arava channel. Here is Gruger in a wig. What do you think? Marks out of 10. Gruger in a wig. Oh dear. Well, what we got? When's the F1 2000? When I've made it. So the way things are going will be about Christmas. Be about Christmas. I thought TB was 9. No, he's 83. TB 83. Yes, because don't forget he was the captain of the Starship Enterprise back in 1966. Yes, and he's 83 now. Very, very young because bears live for about 212. Yeah. So he's still got lots of life left in him yet. Get Tiffany Dell on the All Seasons. TB still... Yes, yes, Will. TB's still naked. Check. Check. Get Gerard from Clarkson's Farm on the All Seasons. Good luck understanding him. I think my AI program would probably have a lot of trouble trying to actually decipher it. Can't wait for Josh's F1 2017. Yeah, I'm still waiting as well. Didn't he say he was going to do that over the summer break? Yeah, he was too busy going to these harvest festivals, mate. That's what he was doing. Yeah, I'd seen him. Harvest festivals and a cheap holiday in Margate. That's where he went. Yeah, he went to Margate for an holiday. Yeah. No more Stevie Winners in my house. The dehumidifier on today. Nice. Bum. I like it. 4 at best. Oh, well, yeah, no, I agree with you. TB looks far better. Dave has lost it, says DJ. Lost it, DJM99? I've never had it. I've never had it to lose it. You already recorded it. Yeah, I've recorded it. I've recorded all the videos. It's not the recording that's the problem, it's the editing. Yes, the editing that takes forever. But the recording, yeah, I've recorded it. Yeah. But I've recorded about 10 videos and I still haven't edited them yet. I've still got the Halloween special on F198 to do. And oh my goodness, it's almost September. Wowzers. I've seen Sauber liveries more interesting than your top. Yes. Get. Not Dave, lol. Natalie Pinkham on the All Seasons. Yes. That's what we need. Well, as it happens, I still haven't done the AI voice yet because I'm very, very behind this week. So, it may contain someone who's been very popular this week. Yes, very, very popular. I won't say who it is, which you probably guessed already. And I'll give you a clue. It's not Franco Pimoto. I've lost it now. You are Dave. Get Dan Bartley on the All Seasons. Yes, indeed. Yes. Yes. No, we don't, because he's got more subscribers than me, and I can't have anyone with more subscribers than me on the All Seasons. No. There's an unwritten law that says that. Right, how long have I been waffling on for? 1 hour and 16 minutes of complete waffleness. What's better, Chatham or an open skip in the middle of Rwanda? Open skip in the middle of Rwanda every single time. Every single time. There is a little advert going around the internet right now. Lasts about a minute, about the joys of Chatham. If you can find it somewhere, then good luck to you. But it is they're basically trying to sell these posh houses that we've got. They were built years ago. No one wants to live here, and they built all these posh houses, and they're trying to get rid of them. So they've made this little promotional video, and it paints Chatham as basically the best place on earth. Yeah, in about a minute, it's the best place, but it's not. It's really not. If you can catch that video and find it somewhere, it's on Facebook somewhere, and it's just put in Chatham promotional video or something, it might come up. It's the best bit of bullshit I've seen in about 25 years. Yeah, excluding all of the hour video. No, I didn't say that. Natalie Pinkham, yes. Logan Sarge, Planet Place has got it already. Yes, Alva was on it, and TMF Marduke, yes. Tomo F1 as well, and fixed. Get Dave Lee Travis. Oh god, Dave Lee Travis, the hairy cornflake. Hairy cornflake. Now I can't remember. Was he charged with anything, or did he get let off? I can't remember. So many have gone now. Joys? What joys? How is getting? Yes. Yes. Get Boris Johnson on the all seasons. I could do Boris myself. I don't need to do an AI voice for Boris. Yes. Now what was I saying? Oh yes. Yeah. I have to give the British public just one instruction. You must stay at home. Yes, you must stay at home. Not me. No, I'm going off down a pub in a minute to go and get pissed with all the lads. But you, the general public, you must stay at home to contain this virus. Yes, must stay at home. You must stay at home. Yes, thank you very much. Oh dear. He was charged. He was a perv. There you go. I'd just like to say, back in the late 70s, early 80s, I was a huge fan of Dave Lee Travis. In fact, I was a huge fan of all of them, but Dave Lee Travis was one of my favourites, I have to say. One of my favourites. And, I mean, nothing's going to beat Steve Wright, unfortunately. But he was one of my favourites. But it just goes back to things that I've said in the past, and that is you really don't know what people are like in real life. So yeah, but as I say, he was one of my favourites. The hairy cornflake, I think he used to be on the breakfast show, I think in sort of mid-morning time. That's what I used to watch. But one of my all-time favourites was Simon Bates. Now I can't remember whether Simon Bates got prosecuted for anything. Probably, because it's just a blur now which ones did and which ones didn't. But Simon Bates with his classic R tune, if anyone remembers that. It was basically a dramatisation, very much like the Dear Deirdre section that used to be in the Sun newspaper back in the day. It was basically a dramatisation of someone's life and what had happened to it, but there was embellishments I feel going on, because some of the things that happened, I really can't believe that it got that bad. I can't believe it got that bad. I mean, there was one where this poor lad got run over by a car or something, and he broke both his legs, and he was in a wheelchair, but he was cared for by the nurse, and then they fell in love, and his legs healed, and they were about to get married, but just at the fateful day he was about to get married, he got run over by a train and died. And I'm like, surely that couldn't have happened. Surely you couldn't have that much bad luck. Surely. But anyway, so yeah. So they used to say this. So Simon Bates used to say this really sad story for about 5 minutes and what have you, and then that's why it was called Our Tune, because it was the tune that the loved one remembered at the time that, you know, they got squashed or fell off a building or whatever. I don't know, but that's what Our Tune was all about. And then that was the end of the little segment when the song was played. But I just feel that, you know, some of the things were exaggerated to some degree, because I can't believe that some of the things that happened to them, you know, could happen to anyone in a normal situation anyway. But it was great to listen to. I used to listen to that in the morning when I was at work, and as soon as that iconic music played, I think we all used to stop work and just listen to it, because it's only on for 10 minutes, so we could take a 10-minute break. And that iconic music, da, 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 da. There might be some on YouTube, and you might be able to hear some on there, because they were really great. They really were. Really great. He did get charged, but he went after older women. Oh. Well, I do like an older woman myself, so I can't really complain, but depends what he was. If he got charged with something, he's obviously up to no good. But anyway, yes. Get Flavio Briatore. Yes. Did I tell you that at 58 years old, he boffed Naomi? I think I did tell you lots of times, because I'm very, very jealous. Very, very jealous indeed. Yes. You still got that first class old Tesco car park? Yes, we've still got that first class Tesco car park. Yes. It is boarded up now. Yes. To stop people going inside it. Yes. In fact, it had like big spaces, not windows, because windows would never have lasted in Chatham, but it had big holes that you could see out of. That's all been boarded up, because those holes, believe it or not, were used by people to get inside the car park. I know, it's a crazy situation. Who would know that a big line of holes would be used by someone to get into somewhere? Who would have thought that? So now that's all boarded up. Yeah, but the car park still exists, because it was supposed to go to developers, and I don't know what they're going to do with it. That's been years now, but yeah, it's still there. But unfortunately, the drug addicts can't get into it now, because it's all boarded up. Get Helmet Marko on the All Seasons, yes. Get Lee Westwood on the All Seasons. I'm not going to comment on that, because I don't know who that is. And my mum said her biggest regret was not attending the Radio 1 Roadshow. Well, my sister's biggest regret was attending the Radio 1 Roadshow. Yes. I won't say any more, but it was 19... Bloody hell. It was the 70s. It was the 70s. It was the 70s. And I'm not going to say any more. All I can say is she was female. And she, yeah. Nothing too bad. I just want to put that into perspective. But something did happen at the Radio 1 Roadshow. Simon Bates wasn't. He's still on top of the pops on BBC 4. Simon, oh, he's good. Good. I used to like Simon Bates, so I'm glad he got away with. Not, I shouldn't say that. Got away with. I'm glad that he didn't have any allegations against him and was, prosecuted. I shouldn't have said got away. That's a stupid thing to say. Get Patrick Head on the All Seasons. Yes. Our Tune. Yes. Oh, do you remember it? Do you remember it? Get Syrian Smith. I don't know what his name is. I've heard someone call him Chiron. Chiron? But the way that's spelled, it's Kieran, isn't it? Kieran. But the bloke on his podcast called him Chiron. And he's on Boom Radio on weekend afternoons. Get Tim Westwood on the... Yes, Tim Westwood. I don't know who that is. I've never heard of him. Yes, I have heard of him. I've heard of the name, so I'm sure... No, let Syrian rot. Get Nedzo on the All Seasons. I preferred the other Simon Mayo to Bates. Yes, true. Simon Mayo was good. Yeah, I liked him. Plon and Plessy, I'm sending my lawyers. Get Valtteri Bottas. No, leave Nedzo as well. I just shoved him in the skip today. Why have you done that? They were celebrating Steve Wright on Radio 2 as if it would have been his 70th birthday on Monday. Oh, that's good. I like that. I like that. It was a shame. I've been reading about Steve Wright, and apparently he was warned several times over the past 10 years about his health and things that he needed to do, and apparently he really didn't sort of take any notice of that. So sad in a way, but there you go. Polish Eddie says, I live in Manassas, Virginia, and when I was an old town for one of the first Fridays of the month, I saw a guy get cut in half by a train. He was drunk and trying to climb onto it. Oh, wowzers. Wowzers! Yeah, that's definitely a thing, isn't it? Yeah. They used to have videos of that on YouTube, but they've got rid of them now. They won't let them go on. But you used to actually see the actual train deaths on YouTube. And as you can imagine, if you get struck by a train, it's a very messy situation. Very, very messy indeed. Yep, started work at 16, had Simon Bates, Gary. Ooh, Gary Davis. Ooh, Gary Davis. Wait a minute. Didn't he get done as well? Oh my God. I think he did. Gary Davis on your radio. And then the late, great Steve Wright, good times. Yeah, I followed Steve Wright all the way through his career. From Steve Wright in the afternoons. Mr. Angry. Oh, you're very, very angry, sir, aren't you? Yes, I blooming well am. Steve Wright in the afternoons, and then Steve Wright in the mornings. And then everywhere he went, I followed him because he was on when I was at work. And we used to have the radio on in our workplace. So I followed him all the time. So he was great. He was great. This is about half a year ago. You guys can look it up, but it was some of the craziest shit I've seen. Just never really got along, Will. Two completely different people. Every first Friday of the month, there are events and people go out to drink. That guy got cut in half. Wowzers. I mean, Nedzo thinks Martin Spin is a reasonable human. Top of the Pops is back on this week in 1996. Unfortunately, it's now the point where the show moves to Fridays, and that's when it dies because it's opposite Coronation Street. Da, 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 da. No, that was Crossroads, wasn't it? Da, da. Yes, I think so. Do you know what? I used to watch all the soaps back in the day. Coronation Street, EastEnders. Yeah, EastEnders. But I only got up as far as Dirty Den. Dirty Den and Angie. And then after that, that was when I stopped watching EastEnders. I did watch a bit of Barbara Windsor. Get out of my pub! Get out of my pub! But only the odd episode. But I haven't watched any of the soaps for, oh my God, 15, 20 years. I've got to say. I also used to watch Neighbours as well, religiously. Yes, I know. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. But I used to love all them. And what did I used to love? Emmerdale. Oh my God, the plane crash in Emmerdale. That was the greatest bit of TV history ever. When that bloke, I can't remember his character's name, and he's wandering around the crash, and he's going, has anybody seen Elizabeth? That was the greatest TV ever. That really was, Emmerdale, when the plane crashed. I mean, it was so ridiculous. It really was. Really was ridiculous. Oh, but that was brilliant. Quality TV that was. Emmerdale Farm. Or Emmerdale as it morphed into. Yes. Fantastic. Top of the Pops was dead well before then, let's be honest. True, Top of the Pops died around 1991 as my dad stopped watching them. Dwayne prefers Kieran Smith over me because he rates Logan Sargent more than I do. Nedso has tons of weird opinions in general. Will is a unique person, put it that way. What sort of opinions? Steve Wright was on Saturdays when he first started on Radio 2 in 1996. Oh, yes. He sounds like a knob, to be honest. Just rather controversial. He's not a bad person, just very direct and forthright, doesn't show much emotion. I think some people just like to be controversial. My mum used to watch Neighbours until it moved to Channel 5. Yes. Yes, I love Neighbours. Kylie, yes, Kylie Minogue. And Danny was on it as well, wasn't she? Danny Minogue, yeah. Craig McLachlan. Hey, Mona. Yes, I said about Craig the other week, didn't I, on one of these streams. If anyone didn't catch that, unfortunately, I was a great fan of Craig McLachlan. And then I noticed he disappeared from the limelight, and then I had to look him up on Wikipedia, and I was like, oh, God. Not another one. I'll very, very quickly recap it. He was on a children's TV show, and he made inappropriate behaviour to the adult co-presenter of the children's TV. Now, so I'd just like to clarify, this has nothing to do with children. It was just a children's TV show, but this doesn't involve children at all. He made it inappropriate something against this adult female presenter on the show. And that's why Craig McLachlan dropped out of the limelight. Yes. He was married at the time as well to a ballerina, and she was 100% supportive of him. I mean, I looked it up and they haven't divorced or anything, so God knows what happened there. So I don't know, but there you go. But I used to love Craig McLachlan. Stop watching EastEnders when young Dennis was stabbed. Yes, to be honest, that's just him, Will. Coronation Street used to be good back in the 70s and 80s. It had humour into it as well. Yes, it did. Yes. I liked old, what's her name? Bet Lynch, for obvious reasons. I do love a busty girl. Yes. So she was great. And Eddie the Bin Man. Yes, I actually identified with Eddie the Bin Man. Yes, because at the time I wasn't emptying bins, but I was doing a manual labour job. So I identified with the character of Eddie because I thought he was brilliant. Stop watching Emmerdale when Archie was killed on the hill. Stupid storyline. Yes, spinning around, move out. Yes, spinning around. Stop watching Corrie when they had the train crash. Stupid storyline. Yes. Margot Robbie was also in Neighbours. Yes, she was. You're right. She was. Stop watching Neighbours when Toadfish got married, crashed the car, and his new bride disappeared. Stupid storyline. Let's just have a thread here and say they're all stupid storylines, basically, aren't they? Unfortunately, soaps came along before the internet, and so soap operas were the internet at the time, weren't they? Now the stories that they're portraying have already been done on the internet, so that's why their popularity has dwindled off, because it happens every day in real life. The Bill used to be good, then it turned into a soap. Yes, The Bill was well. I used to love that show. And once again, very, very sad to learn that the actor who played Burnside, which is one of my favourite actors, I don't want to look him up because he was in a bad way the last time I saw him on TV. But basically, he's got the same condition as Bruce Willis, which means he can't communicate to anyone. But he's still, inside his head, he's still all there, but he just can't communicate that. He has that same condition, and he wasn't doing very well when I last saw him on TV, which I think was about 5 years ago. So I don't want to look him up because I'm pretty sure he's probably gone by now, because that was quite a while ago. Is it Christopher Ellison? Christopher Ellison. I'm sure that's his name. Yes, he was one of my favourites, Burnside. But I must say, unfortunately, he's had some very serious health problems. Ned's so right. It's weird. I just don't know why Ned's the way he is, but it just don't click. Stop watching these ends when the baby swap story is stupid storyline. They're all. Why do you and Ned's not get along? It sounds like a knob. I mean, some people do like to be just controversial. They do? Shocking. I don't know that. I didn't know that about Burnside. Ah, yes, yeah. He was on This Morning, quite a few years ago now. I'm saying probably 5 years ago. I didn't know about it either until he was on there. But yeah, he unfortunately has got the same disorder as Bruce Willis. Oh God. Let's look him up. He's probably still around. Christopher, I think it was Christopher Ellison. There he is. He's still around. There he is on... oh, you can't see that because I've got myself in the way. There is Christopher Ellison, and there he is, as I say, on This Morning. That was on 2020. There you go. I actually saw that. He's got aphasia, which, as I say, is the same condition that Bruce Willis has. which means he can't communicate in language terms. But he's still all there. It's not a dementia kind of thing. He's all there. He just can't communicate to the outside world, anything really. So yeah, I did see that. I think that video is still on YouTube if you want to catch it. It's only about 10 minutes long, something like that. But yeah. But yes, he was, of course, Burnside in the bill. Great actor, very underrated as well. I think very underrated. But he was a great actor. Oh, he worked in the Merchant Navy. Wow, look at that. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. So he's 77. Oh, he's done very well then. Must admit, because he's had this for about 5 years now, this aphasia. There you go. He's already suffering from aphasia for about 18 months. Blimey, he's had it for nearly 6 years then. Ellison's decision to publicly disclose his condition was inspired by American actor Bruce Willis's announcement that he too had the condition. He was diagnosed following a stroke in mid-2020 when his wife discovered him laying in the bedroom floor of his home in Brighton. He had to be removed via a skylight due to the ambulance crew not being able to move him down a spiral staircase. Ellison was moved to a rehabilitation centre in Haywards Heath. When Ellison returned home, his wife became his full-time carer, but she credits their 2 children and Ellison's former castmate Mark Wingett for providing valuable support. Due to his condition hampering his ability to communicate, Ellison became anxious when leaving the house due to the fear of being recognised and not being able to engage in conversation. Despite difficulty speaking, Ellison can fully understand what the others are saying. This is what I say. A lot of people think this is dementia. It isn't. He knows exactly what you're saying, but he can't communicate that back. So there you go. He was in lots of stuff as well, including Buster, if anyone remembers that, about the Great Train Robbery with Phil Collins. Yes, he was in that. So another film role for him there. But he was in lots of TV and stuff. Wow, he was actually in something in 2021, which would have been after the diagnosis. So I wonder how they would have done that. Mind you, things are so clever now with AI, it's quite possible for stuff to get done like that, isn't it? So this is what he was in. As I say, he was a prolific actor back in the day. Emergency Wall 10, The Sweeney, he was in The Professionals, The Bill, Casualty, Birds of a Feather, his own Burnside series, of course, which only lasted 6 episodes, unfortunately. EastEnders he's been in as well. As I say, tons of stuff. So his last proper appearance before his diagnosis would have been Casualty then in 2016. That was the last sort of time he would have been around before his aphasia diagnosis. So there you go. I'm not too bad actually. He's still alive, so that's good. That's good. 77. Well done to you, sir. Well done indeed. Right, well, bloody hell. Just communicate in 2 completely different ways. Emmerdale used to be so funny. Dear old Seth and Amos. Oh, yes. Chris Elephant. He's also on Fort Boyard once after Dirty Den. That's correct. Get Gary... Moving on. Hello, Matthew7657. Welcome to Jesus. Has it got faster? No, I've got slower. Get Davina McCall in the All Seasons. Yes. Hamilton back to underperforming again. Get Simon Cat. Yes. Louis Walsh. Get Shet. Yes. Yes. Get Tulisha. Yes. Get Bob Geldof. Yes. Nigel, Cheryl Cole, Danny Minogue, Right, hi you guys, and welcome back to the Moan Yorkshireman. Talking of short-lived series, anyone remember El Dorado? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Jesse Birdsall, wasn't it? Jesse Birdsall? Another actor who was in everything. He was in EastEnders as well, and The Fear back in the 80s. Oh my god. I've really got to get this information out of my head, you know. My brain is full of this shit. It really is. I've got to somehow... Hang on. I've got one here somewhere. Maybe if I stick a USB on top of my head, I can download all this data. Do you reckon it'll work, lads? Here we go. It's not working, lads. It's not working. No, nothing's happening. Bloody hell. Get Bernie Eccleston. Hookster gets slower with age. El Dorado got cancelled and lasted a year. Yes, it did. That was supposed to, of course, be the answer to EastEnders, wasn't it, El Dorado? I do believe it was done by the creator of EastEnders, the original creator. The set they used is currently abandoned. Yes, it is. Right then, guys, it's PSL here, and I'm starting to plan the series that I started to plan to finish. Fantastic. Bloody hell, 1 hour and 42 minutes. I've got to go. I've got to go. I've got to go. Quiz, quickly. 50, 60, 70s, 80s or 90s. Go for it. In the chat. First answer gets it. First answer gets it. 90s. There you go. Got it. 325. Right, here we go. 10 questions. As always, feel free to use Feel free. I'm getting tired now. Feel free to use Google, because I can't obviously police it, can I? Because I'm sitting here and you're at home. And of course, if you know the answer to this without looking up at Google, you've got a huge advantage over everyone else. Yes, huge advantage. Right, as always, 10 questions. Will and helium go away? Yes. Yes. Breaking news, everyone who wasn't here last week. Bois got bested by Helium Trophy. But as I said, he's an old guy and probably has a lot of shit in his head. Bit like me. 50s. Are you on a promise now and you have a new head of hair? Yes, I am, Mr. DJM. Yes. Right, first question. Where did Nigel Mansell qualify for the British Grand Prix in 1990? Was it on pole, second, or he did not qualify? Where did Nigel Mansell qualify for the British Grand Prix in 1990? On pole, second, or he did not qualify? Just wait for the answers to come in. I'm just waiting for Will to do an answer, please. Thank you very much. William? Will? We've got Will, we've got Bar. And we've got DJ M. 99. Okay. No answer from Will. So, the first correct answer, as you can see on my screen, is Bois. It was pole position. Well done to Bois. Did not qualify for DJM. Well, he's lost the question already, so move on. There you go. Right, first point to Bois. Second question. Who won the 1990 Hungarian Grand Prix? Was it A. Derek Warwick, B. Ayrton Senna, or C. Thierry Boutsen? Who won the 1990 Hungarian Grand Prix? Derek Warwick, Ayrton Senna, or Thierry Boutsen? Yes, you are correct. It was Thierry Boutsen. So another point to Bois. Question number 3. Which British driver was involved in a horrendous accident at the start of the 1990 Italian Grand Prix? A. Nigel Mansell, B. Martin Brundle, or C. Derek Warwick? Which British driver was involved in a horrendous accident at the start of the 1990 Italian Grand Prix? Nigel Mansell, Martin Brundle, or Derek Warwick? I get the impression, Boyle, that you're the only one playing. Yes, it was Derek Warwick. Yes, everyone else has fallen asleep. Question 4. What happened to him? He ran back to the pits and took the spare car for the restart. He was knocked unconscious, or he retired from racing immediately. So what happened to him? He ran back to the pits and took the spare car for the restart. He was knocked unconscious, or he retired from racing immediately. Hello, Jason. One of the Stew says Mansell. Yes, that's the answer. Mansell. It was, what did I say it was? Thierry Boutsen. Thierry Boutsen. Took the spare car. You are correct, Mr. Bois. Question number 5. Who received near fatal injuries in practice for the Spanish Grand Prix in 1990? Was it A. Martin Donnelly, B. Martin Brundle, or C. Pierluigi Martini? Who received near fatal injuries in practice for the Spanish Grand Prix in 1990? Martin Donnelly, Martin Brundle, or Pierluigi Martini? Yes, it was Donnelly. Another point to Bois. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. If anyone can get in here fastest, you'll get a 5-point bonus now. Question 6. Which up-and-coming young Italian driver had his arm severed in a helicopter accident in 1990? Was it Andrea De Cesaris, Alexandro Nannini, or Alex Kafif? Restart. Yes, it was Donnelly. But you don't get a 5-point bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because you've already got 6 points already. But yes, it was Donnelly. Question 7. For whom did he drive? Minardi, Benetton, or Dallara? Which team did he drive for? Minardi, Benetton, or Dallara? Benetton is the correct answer. Question 8. Who deliberately ran to the back of Alain Prost at the start of the 1990 Japanese Grand Prix? Even I know the answer to this one without even looking it up. Was it Nigel Mansell, Ayrton Senna, or Nelson Piquet? If I don't get the answer to this in 5 seconds, you're all sacked. Who deliberately ran to the back of Alain Prost at the start of the 1990 Japanese Grand Prix? Mansell, Senna, or Nelson Piquet? Yes, it was, of course, Senna. What happened next after that incident? They had a punch-up, Senna went on to win the race, or they both ended up in the gravel trap. What happened next? They had a punch-up, Senna went on to win the race, or they both ended up in the gravel trap. Then a punch-up afterwards. No, actually they didn't have a punch-up afterwards. They both spun off into the gravel trap. That was the answer. So, last question. Who won the 1990 World Drivers' Championship? Was it Nelson Piquet, Ayrton Senna, or Alain Prost? Senna is the correct answer for Mr. Bois. He's got 9 points. But that's because no one else was playing the quiz. But congratulations anyway. A victory is a victory, as I like to say. It's whoever crosses the line first who wins the race. And he has won the race. So there you go. Well done to you for winning the quiz tonight. Anyway, thanks so much for watching everyone tonight. You have been awesome as always. Hello, Champ92. Welcome to the stream. It was Senna. Yes, it was Senna. I just feel like saying punch up because why not? Yes, that's true. And I wouldn't have been surprised if there had been a punch up afterwards, but I don't think there was. Anyway, I just like to say thanks to everyone for watching the stream tonight. You have been awesome as always. Thank you, Mr. Champ92 as well for coming in. Well done, sir. Thank you very much. And for me and Mr. TB the Bear. Hello, Dave and race fans. Yes, hello, race fans and everyone out there. For me and Mr. TB, I'd just like to say thanks for watching the stream. Nanini was the only one who got his arm done in, by the way. Oh, right, okay. Nanini. Yes, that's right. Did I not read that answer out? I may not have done. My brain's starting to go a little bit frazzled by now. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as always. Don't forget, of course, it's the Monza Grand Prix on this Sunday with our new rookie driver, Franco Coca-Cola. That's what I'm going to call him. Coca. No, actually, I'll be like Only Fools and Horses. From now on, we'll just call him Dave, okay? So Dave is driving for Williams on Sunday at Monza, so I hope he does well. You said Donnelly twice. I possibly did. I was losing the will to live by them, so yes, you're probably correct. But yes, it was Nanini, because I remember. You said Donnelly twice. Anyway, there you go, that's it. Thanks everyone for watching tonight. Don't forget, look out for Dave, who will be driving for Williams on Sunday. Yes, the new guy Dave. Even Williams can't get his name right, so we'll just call him Dave from Coca-Cola. That's him. That's the one. Coca-Cola. Hope he's not as cack as that old git on YouTube. Yeah, I'll tell you, that old git on YouTube, he should have come off years ago. Franco Coca-Cola. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Franco. They're missing a trick because he should get sponsorship by Coca-Cola. He should do. Yes. Anyway, there you go. That has been me for the last 1 hour and 55 minutes. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as always. And I'll catch you on Sunday for the All Seasons. Have a good race at Monza. Hopefully it'll be a great one, but it probably won't be. Anyway, thanks everyone. And